Before watching this video, I recommend you to watch simple interest concept. Unless you understand the concept of simple interest, you cannot go for compound interest. See, in simple interest, the interest increases linearly, whereas in compound interest increases exponentially. And in simple interest, the formula for finding SI is PTR by 100, whereas in the concept of compound interest, there is no direct formula for finding CI. First we need to find amount. After finding amount, from amount subtract principal, there we get compound interest. See, if you borrow P rupees, P what we call sum, at R% rate of interest for n number of years, then amount is P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. See, whereas in simple interest, amount is P into 1 plus TR by 100. This is in simple interest concept. This is in compound interest concept. So in compound interest, formula for finding amount is P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n, where n is number of years or number of cycles. Sometimes in 1 year only we calculate compound interest multiple times. There n is the number of cycles. And after finding amount, from that subtract the sum borrowed, we get compound interest. So CI is equal to A minus P. I will explain the difference between simple interest and compound interest with a small example. For example, if you borrow 20,000 rupees and rate of interest is 10%, what is simple interest? SI is equal to PTR by 100. So 10% of 20,000, that is 2,000 rupees. For second year also, simple interest is 2,000. For third year also, simple interest is 2,000. For any year, simple interest is 2,000 as long as principal is 20,000 and rate of interest is 10%. But that doesn't happen in the concept of compound interest. For example, we borrowed 20,000 rupees, rate of interest is 10%. Coming to compound interest, for the first year, we pay 2,000 rupees interest. In second year, we pay 2,000 rupees interest plus on first year 2,000, again we calculate 10%. On 2,000, 10% is 200 rupees. So compound interest for 2 years is 4,200, whereas simple interest is 4,000. Simple interest is equal throughout the duration, compound interest is increasing. In compound interest, we calculate interest on interest also. Let me take one more example. For example, you borrowed 30,000 rupees and rate of interest is 10%. Coming to simple interest, first year on 30,000, 10%, that is 3,000. In second year, interest is again 3,000. In third year also, interest is 3,000. But in compound interest, on first year 3,000, second year 3,000, third year 3,000. In addition to that, we will get more interest in second year and third year. See, on this 3,000, on first year interest, we will get 10%, that is 300 and 300 for the next years. See, on this 3,000 first year interest, we are getting 300 rupees and 300 rupees interest for next years. Similarly, on this 3,000, we will get 300 in the next year. And on this 300, we will get 10%, 30 rupees in the next year. So By the time you get 9,000 rupees simple interest, you are getting 9,930 rupees compound interest. So that is the difference between simple interest and compound interest. Simple interest is equal, compound interest is not equal. It increases year by year. So in simple interest, we calculate interest on principal only, but in compound interest, we calculate interest on principal as well as interest on interest. And the relation between simple interest and compound interest, see, for 1 year, compound interest and simple interest are equal. In other words, difference is 0. If the duration is 2 years, compound interest is definitely more than simple interest, and the difference is P into R by 100 into R by 100. For 2 years, difference between compound interest and simple interest is P into R by 100 into R by 100. And for 3 years, the difference between compound and simple interest are P into R by 100 into R by 100 into 300 plus R divided by 100. You should remember these two formulas. Let us move to problematic part. What is the compound interest on 15,000 rupees for 2 years at 20% per annum? I already told you there is no direct formula for finding compound interest. So what we do? We first find amount. Amount formula P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. Here P is sum borrowed, that is 15,000 rupees, into 1 plus R, rate of interest is 20%, 20 divided by 100 whole power n, number of years 2. That is equal to 15,000 into 1 plus 21's 25 times 1 plus 1 by 5 whole square. 15,000 into 1 plus 1 by 5 is 6 by 5 whole square. 15,000 into 6 square is 36, 5 square is 25. 25 ones 25, 6 times 150 followed by 2 zeros. So amount by the end of 2 years is 600 into 36, 21,600 rupees. If you see, we borrowed 15,000 rupees and we are paying a total of 21,600. So compound interest is amount minus principal, that is 6,600. Got it? I'll tell you another method. Instead of using formula, if you know the concept of percentages well, for finding amount, A is equal to P. How much is P? 15,000 rupees are borrowed into what is rate of interest? 20%. 20% rate of interest, there is 20% increment or 20% profit. What will you do if there is 20% profit? We multiply it by 120 by 100, and for 2 years multiply 2 times, 120 by 100, 120 by 100. If the duration is 3 years, we do this 3 times, right? Rate of interest is 20%, that's why we are multiplying it 120 by 100. If rate of interest is 10%, we multiply by 110 by 100. And if duration is 2 years, we multiply twice. If duration is 3 years, we multiply thrice. And 2 zeros cancel. 2 zeros cancel. Amount is 150 into 12 into 12, 144. Amount is 0. 15 into 4, 60. 15 into 4, 60 plus 6, 66. 15 into 1, 15 plus 6, 21. 21,600 rupees is the total amount. Once you know total amount, compound interest is amount minus principal, that is 21,600 minus 15,000, 6,600. So better to use this method. Instead of using formula, better to use percentage increment method. And If you are aware of compound interest concept, there is no need to use any formula. See, P is equal to 15,000, right? And rate of interest is 20%. Interest is required. First year on 15,000 we require 20% interest. Cancel 2 zeros, 2 zeros. 150 into 20, 3,000 rupees is interest for first year. And in second year, along with 3,000, there is again interest on interest. On this 3,000 also we get 20% interest. On first year interest we are getting 20% interest. 2 zeros, 2 zeros cancel, we get 600. So that is equal to 6,600. See, compound interest is 6,600. Whether you use concept or you use method, percentage increment method, or use formula, however we get the same answer. How much will 12,000 become in 2 years at 10% compound interest? Amount is required. Amount is equal to principal 12,000 rupees are borrowed and we are getting interest. How much percent interest? 10% interest. If interest is 10%, we multiply with 110 by 100. As the duration is 2 years, multiply 2 times. Apply increment 2 times. No need to remember any formula. Just remember this point. On principal, we are applying increments. 2 zeros, 2 zeros cancel. 2 zeros, 2 zeros cancel. 120 into 11 into 11, 121. 0, 12 into 1, 12. 12 into 2, 24 plus 1, 25. 12 into 1, 12 plus 2, 14. 14,520 rupees is total amount. Here, see, the requirement is compound interest or amount. How much will 12,000 become means amount is asked. For the same problem, to ask compound interest, you will get a different statement like how much will 12,000 give in 2 years at 10% compound interest, or how much will 12,000 yield in 2 years at 10% compound interest. Got it? How much will 8,000 rupees become in 1.5 year at 30% compound interest? How much will 8,000 become? Amount is required. Amount is principal 8,000 into rate of interest 30%. So we multiply with 130 by 100. But what about time period? Time period is 1.5 year. So for one complete year, you are getting 30% interest. For the remaining half year, you get half the percent. See, the time period is not an integer. Time period is 1.5 year. For first complete year, you are getting 30 complete percent. And for the next half year, you are getting half the percent. You will get only 15%. So multiply with 115 by 100. See the difference. Now, amount is equal to 2 zeros, 2 zeros cancel. 2 zeros, 2 zeros cancel. 8 into 115. That is 920. Multiplied by 13. 13 zeros, 0. 13 2 times 26. 13 into 9, 117 plus 2, 119. So 11,960 rupees is the total amount. Requirement is not compound interest. Requirement is amount only. How much will 8,000 become? It will become 8,000 will become 11,960. If interest is asked, if compound interest is required, then it is 8,000 becomes 11,960, means there is 3,960 rupees extra, that is compound interest. What is the compound interest on 25,000 for 2.5 years at 10%? Find the amount first. Amount is equal to principal 25,000 into rate of interest 10%, 110 by 100, but duration is 2.5 years. For first year, interest is 10%. For second year, interest is again 10%. For remaining half year, interest is half the percent, 5%. See, first year 10%, 110 by 100. Second year 10%, 110 by 100. And third year, remaining half year 5%, 105 by 100. Now simplify this. 2 zeros cancel. 2 zeros cancel. 0 and 0 cancel. Amount is equal to 25 into 11 into 105, 1155. Amount is equal to 25 into 11 into 1155. 11 5 is 55. 11 5 is 55. 5 60. 11 1 is 11 plus 6 17. 11 1 is 11 plus 1 12. 12,705. So A is equal to 25 into 5 75. 25 0 0 7. 25 7 times 175. 25 2 times 50 plus 17 67. 25 ones 25 plus 6 31. 317575, but there is 10 in denominator, 10 left, divided by 10, divided by 10, divided by 10. So total amount is equal to 31,757.5. Requirement is compound interest or amount? Compound interest. So compound interest is equal to, on 25,000 rupees we are getting 31,757 rupees total. So there is 6,757.5 compound interest. A invested an amount of 20,000 rupees in a fixed deposit scheme for 2 years at compound interest 4% per annum. 4 PCPA means 4% per annum. How much amount will A get on maturity of fixed deposit? It is compound interest. A will get on principal 20,000 rupees. Rate of interest 4%, 104 by 100. Duration 2 years, multiply 104 by 100 2 times. Now 2 zeros cancel, 4 zeros cancel. Amount is equal to 2 into 104, 208 into 104. 208 multiplied by 104, 4 8 times 32, 4 2 times 8, 0. 1 208 times 208, 21632. So total amount is 21632. So if you deposit 20,000 rupees, you are getting 21,632 rupees. That is the total amount you are getting. If compound interest is asked or profit is asked, there is a profit of 1,632 rupees in this transaction. Or if you don't want to use this method, there is another method which I told you earlier. How much is principal? 20,000. And what is rate of interest? 4%. Time period 2 years. First year on 20,000, 4%, that is 800 rupees. In second year also we get 800 rupees interest. In addition to that, on 800 rupees on first year interest, we get again 4% interest, that is equal to 8 into 4, 32. So compound interest is 1,632. If compound interest is asked, it is 1,632. Or if amount is asked, then 20,000 plus 1,632, 21,632 rupees. Got it? What will be the compound interest on a sum of 40,000 rupees after 3 years at the rate of 10% per annum? Compound interest is required. First find amount. Amount is P into, that is 40,000 multiplied by 10% per annum, 110 by 100, but duration is 3 years, multiply 3 times. 110 by 100, 110 by 100. 2 zeros, 2 zeros cancel. 2 zeros, 2 zeros cancel. 2 zeros, 2 zeros cancel. Amount is 40 into 11 into 11 into 11. 11 cube. 11 cube is 1331. So 40 into 1331. Amount is equal to 0. 4 ones 4. 4 3 times 12. 4 3 times 12 plus 1 13. 4 ones 4 plus 1 5. 53,240 rupees is the total amount. If you borrow 40,000, it will become 53,240. Compound interest is 13,240. And for those who want to know other method, listen, or else skip this. 40,000 rupees is the sum borrowed and rate of interest is 10% and duration is 3 years. In first year 10% rate, 4,000 is interest. In second year also 4,000 plus third year 4,000 plus some value. Now on first year interest, on 4,000 calculate 10% interest, that is 400 for the next years. On this 400 rupee, on this 4,000 rupees second year interest, calculate 10%, you will get 400, and on this 400 rupees again calculate 10%, that is again 40 rupees. So total compound interest is 4,000, 4,000, 8,000, 4,000, 12,000, 12,000 plus 1,200, 13,240, 13,240 rupees is the compound interest. 13,240. See, whichever the method we use, answer doesn't change. 13,240 rupees is the compound interest. Once you understand the concept of compound interest, then you can play with problems. The compound interest on 7,500 rupees in 2 years, when the successive rate of interest on successive years is 8% and 10%. Compound interest is required. For that, first we need to find amount, but there is a difference between previous models and this one. Principal is given, that is 7,500. Time period is given, that is 2 years, and rate of interest are different. First year it is 8%, second year 10%. Rates of interest are different. So the procedure is same. On 7,500 rupees, on 7,500 rupees, first year there is an interest of 8%, 108 by 100. In second year 10% interest, 110 by 100. 2 zeros, 2 zeros cancel. 25 3 times, 25 4 times. 4 ones 4, 27 times. So that will give you 3 into 27, 81 into 110, 0, 11 into 1, 11, 11 into 8, 88 plus 1, 89. So amount is 8,910 rupees. If you borrow 7,500 rupees and you need to pay 8,910 rupees, there is a compound interest of 1,410 rupees. The sum amounts to 882 rupees in 2 years at 5% compound interest. Find the sum. The sum amounts to 882 rupees. We don't know how much sum is borrowed. Rate of interest is 5%. So it becomes 105 times 105 by 100. As the duration is 2 years, multiply with 105 again. 105 by 100 into 105 by 100. So that amounts to 882 rupees. In this problem, amount is given and principal is asked. So P is required. See, 21, 5 21 times, 5 20 times. 5 21 times, 5 20 times. Now 21 4 times 84, 25 2 times 42. 21 ones, 21 2 times 42. So principal is equal to 20 into 20, 400 into 2, 800. So 800 rupees will become 882 rupees in 2 years. The sum is invested for 3 years, compounded at 5%, 10% and 20% respectively. In 3 years, if the sum amounts to 1386 rupees, find the sum. Here, if P rupees are borrowed, P rupees amount is 1386 rupees and the duration is 3 years. So you need to compound thrice, and rates of interest are different. Unlike previous problems, here rates are 5%, 10% and 20% for successive years. So first year 5%, 105 by 100. In second year 10%, 110 by 100, and third year 20%, 120 divided by 100. Now 2 zeros cancel. 11 ones, 11, 28, 11 2 times, 66, 11 6 times, 126 times. 6 2 times 12, 6 2 times 6 ones, 21 times. 21 ones, 21 5 times 105. So 1 is equal to P into numerator is 5 into 2, 10 divided by 100 into 100, cancel 0 and 0. So there principal is 1000 rupees. Got it? So rates of interest are different here. So first year 105 by 100, second year 110 by 100 and third year 120 by 100. There is 80% increase in an amount in 8 years at simple interest. What will be the compound interest on 14,000 rupees after 3 years at the same rate? See, simple interest condition is given. Using that, we need to find compound interest. And nothing is given in first condition. There is 80% increase in an amount in 8 years. So nothing is given in terms of rupees. If you borrow 100 rupees, it becomes 180 rupees. There is an increase of 80%. So interest is 80 rupees. Using that condition, I is equal to P into time period given 8 years, and rate of interest is required divided by 100. 2 zeros cancel. Rate of interest is 10%. Now using the same condition, same rate of interest, using the same rate of interest, we need to find compound interest for 3 years. So amount is equal to principal 14,000 into time period 3 years, so compound 3 times. Rate of interest is already calculated, 10%. So 110 by 100, 110 by 100 and 110 by 100. 2 zeros cancel, 2 zeros cancel, 2 zeros cancel. Amount is 14 into 11 into 11 into 11. 11 cube is 1331. 14 into 1, 14. 14 3 times 42 plus 1, 43. 14 3 times 42 plus 4, 47. 14 ones, 14 plus 4, 18. 18,734. So what is the compound interest here? Compound interest is amount minus principal. 14,000 rupees become 18,734. So 4,734 rupees is the compound interest. A sum of money on compound interest amounts to 8,240 rupees in 2 years and 9,888 rupees in 3 years. Find the rate of interest. A sum amounts to 8240 in 2 years, 9888 in 3 years. So amounts in successive years are given. See, whenever successive years amounts are given, rate of interest is equal to percentage change. Whenever compound interest problem is given and amounts for successive years are given, 3 years, 4 years, 10 years, 11 years, 9 years, 10 years, if successive years amounts are given, then rate of interest is simply percentage change. If you see, amount for 2 years is 8240, amount for 3 years is 9888. Amount for 2 years is 8240. There is an increase of 1648 rupees in the meantime. So rate of interest is equal to 1648 rupees is a change divided by initial amount 8240 into 100%. How will you find percentage change? Percentage change is change divided by original value into 100%. Here change is 1648 rupees and original value 8240 into 100%. Cancel 0 and 0. 824 2 times 1648. So rate of interest is 20% per annum. Got it? If the compound interest on a certain sum for 2 years is 80 rupees 80 pies and simple interest is 80 rupees, find the rate of interest per annum. Compound interest is 80 rupees 80 pies, simple interest is 80 rupees. We know that simple interest is equal throughout the duration, whether it is 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, each year interest is same. So if for 2 years you are paying 80 rupees, for first year you are paying 40, second year you are paying 40. Whereas in compound interest, first year interest is different, second year interest is different. However, we know that simple interest and compound interest are equal for the first year. For first year, if simple interest is 40, compound interest is also 40. So in second year, in addition to 40 rupees, we are getting an extra 80 pies as compound interest. We are getting 80 pies. Why we are getting 80 pies? In compound interest, we calculate interest on interest. So on this 40 rupees, you are getting 80 pies interest. So rate of interest is 80 pies divided by 40. On 40 rupees only we are getting 80 pies, right? 40 into 100%. Rate of interest is 0.80 into 100, 80 by 40%. So rate of interest is 2%. See, simple interest is equal throughout the duration, whether it is for 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, simple interest is equal. So if 2 years interest is 80 rupees, first year interest is 40, second year interest is 40. Whereas compound interest is not equal for each year. For first year compound interest is 40, second year 40 rupees plus extra value. That extra value on this 40 rupees will give you a rate of interest. Simple interest on a certain sum of money for 4 years at 5% per annum is half the compound interest on 3000 rupees for 2 years at 10% per annum. Find the sum placed on simple interest. See, condition is simple interest is half the compound interest. So first find compound interest. We know there is no direct formula for finding compound interest. Find amount. Amount is equal to principal on 3000 rupees for 2 years. So compound 2 times, multiply with increase 2 times. Rate of interest is 10% per annum into 110 by 100 into 110 by 100. 2 zeros, 2 zeros, 4 zeros cancel. So amount is equal to 11 into 11, 121 into 3, 363, 3630. So compound interest is 630 rupees. See, principal is given, principal is 3000. On that, compound interest is 630 rupees. Now, we need to find sum placed on simple interest. Using the formula I is equal to PTR by 100, P is required, time period 4 years, rate of interest 5% divided by 100. Given simple interest is half of compound interest is half of 630. Compound interest 630. 4 into 5 20. 5 times 100. 2 ones. 2 315 times 630. So principal is equal to 5 into 315, 1575 rupees. So principal put on simple interest is 1575 rupees. A sum of money placed at compound interest doubles in 4 years. In how many years will it amount to 8 times? See, if you invest 1 rupee, it doubles, it will become 2 rupees. It doubles, it will become 2 rupees. And it takes how many years for that? It takes 4 years. Now 2 rupees is the principal. In the span of 4 years, if you give 4 more years, it will become 4 rupees. In 4 more years, 4 rupees will become 8 rupees. In 4 more years, 8 rupees will become 16 rupees. Next 32 rupees, next 64 times, next 128 times. This series continues. And we are asked, it will become 8 times in how many years? So if you invest 1 rupee, it will become 2 rupees in 4 years. In the span of 4 more years, 2 rupees will become 4 rupees, double. If you give 4 more years time, now 4 rupees will become 8 rupees. So to become 8 times, it takes 4 plus 4 plus 4, 12 years. It will become 8 times in 12 years. Or else, if you want to use the formula, a sum of money placed at compound interest, if you invest 1 rupee, it doubles, it will become 2 rupees in how many years? 4 years. Using the formula P is A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. Amount is 2 rupees, principal is 1 rupee, and time period is 4 years, right? We require 8 times the investment. So to make it 8, to make amount 8, cube on both sides. If you cube on both sides, 8 is equal to 1 into 1 plus R by 100 whole power 4 power 3. Whole power 4 power 3 is 12. We know that a power m whole power n is equal to a power m into n. We multiply the powers. So 4 into 3, 12. So to become 8 times, it requires 12 years. Answer is 12 years. Otherwise, you can use this relation. If you invest 1 rupee, it will become 2 rupees. It takes 4 years. In 4 more years, it will become 4 rupees. In 4 more years, it will become 8 rupees. In 4 more years, it will become 16 rupees. It doubles again and again and again. So, in 4 plus 4, 8 years, it becomes 4 times. In 12 years, it becomes 8 times. In 16 years, it will become 16 times. In 4 more years, it will become 32 times. Got it? If a sum on compound interest becomes 3 times in 4 years, then with the same rate of interest, the sum will become 81 times in how many years? If you invest 1 rupee, a sum on compound interest becomes 3 times. It will become 3 rupees, and it takes how many years? 4 years. It will become 81 times in how many years? That is the question. See, in 4 years it becomes 3 times. In 4 more years it will become again thrice. Every rupee becomes 3 rupees. Now 3 rupees becomes 9 rupees. In 4 more years, 9 rupees thrice 27 rupees. In 4 more years, 27 rupees will become 81 rupees. So it takes 4, 4, 8, 12, 16 years to become 1 rupee, 81 rupees. So it will become 81 times in the span of 16 years. Or if you want to use the formula, A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. Every 1 rupee invested becomes thrice 3 rupees in the span of P into 1 plus R by 100 in the span of 4 years. We require 81 rupees. We require amount 81. We know that 3 to the power of 4 is 81. Apply power 4 on both sides. Left side 3 power 4 is 81 is equal to 1 into 1 plus R by 100 whole power 4 into 4 16. So it will become 81 times in the span of 16 years. What is the difference between the compound and simple interest on 5000 rupees for 2 years at 4% per annum compounded yearly? I told you simple interest and compound interest are equal for first year, and for second year definitely compound interest is more than simple interest, and for finding that the formula is P into R by 100 into R by 100. So this is the difference between CI and SI for 2 years. Now using the relation, principal is 5000 into R is 4%, 4 by 100, 4 by 100. 2 zeros cancel. 50 ones, 52 times 100, 2 ones, 2 times 4. So the difference is 8 rupees. Compound interest minus simple interest is 8 rupees. The difference between simple and compound interest compounded annually on a certain sum of money for 2 years at 4% per annum is 1 rupee. Find the sum. Compound interest minus simple interest for 2 years is P into R by 100 into R by 100. Using this relation, difference is 1 rupee. 1 is equal to principal required. R by 100, rate of interest is 4 by 100 into again 4 by 100. 4 ones 4 25 times. 4 ones 4 25 times. So principal is 25 into 25, 625 rupees. So sum invested is 625 rupees. The difference between simple and compound interest on 15,000 rupees for 2 years is 96 rupees. What is the rate of interest? For 2 years span, difference CI minus SI is equal to P into R by 100 into R by 100, and difference is given as 96 rupees. P is 15,000 into rate of interest is required R by 100 into again R by 100. 2 zeros cancel. 50 2 times 150, 3 times 150. 3 ones 3, 32 times 96. So on the left side 32 into 2, 64 is equal to on right side R square. So rate of interest is 8% per annum. Got it? If the difference between simple and compound interest on some principal amount at 20% for 3 years is 48 rupees, find the principal. Here principal is required and time period is 3 years. For 3 years difference is CI minus SI is equal to P into R by 100 into R by 100 into 300 plus R divided by 100. Now difference is 48 is equal to P required into rate of interest is 20%, So 20 by 100 into 20 by 100 into 300 plus 20, 320 divided by 100. Two zeros cancel, 0 and 0 cancel. 2 24 times 48, 2 12 times 24, 4 8 times 32, 4 3 times 12. So P is equal to 3 into 100, 300 into 10, 3000 divided by 8. 8 3 times 24, 60, 8 7 times 56, 8 5 times. So principal is 375 rupees. If the simple interest on a sum of money for 2 years at 5% per annum is 60 rupees, what is the compound interest on same sum at same rate for the same time? See, simple interest is 60 rupees for 2 years. Using the formula I is equal to PTR by 100, I is 60 is equal to P required, time period 2 years, rate of interest is 5% divided by 100. So P is equal to 25 times 10, 0 cancel, 600 rupees is the principal. Now we need compound interest on same sum. So first find amount. Amount is equal to principal 600 into same rate. So rate of interest is 5%, 105 by 100 for same time, 2 years time period, 105 divided by 100. Two zeros cancel. Amount is 6 into 105 into 105, 11025 divided by 100, that is 6 into 110.25. 6 into 25, 150. 6 into 0, 0, 1. 6 into 11, 66. So the amount is 661.50. So what is compound interest here? If 600 rupees are invested, it will become 661.5. So 61.5 rupees is the compound interest. Otherwise, if you know the concept of compound interest, I already explained many times. Simple interest is given as 60 rupees. So first year it is 30 rupees and second year it is 30 rupees. Whereas compound interest is same as simple interest for first year 30 rupees. And second year, in addition to first year interest 30 rupees, there is an extra value. How will you find that extra value? We know that rate of interest is 5%. So calculate 5% of first year interest. We are getting extra compound interest because of first year interest. So 5% of first year interest is 0, 0 cancel. 5 2 times, 2 1.5 times. So extra interest of 1.5 rupees is obtained. Now by the time 60 rupees is obtained using simple interest, you can get 61.5 rupees compound interest. Either you can use the formula or you can use this logic. The simple interest on certain sum for 2 years at 20% per annum is 80 rupees. Find the corresponding compound interest. See, for 2 years simple interest is 80 rupees. First year 40, second year 40. Compound interest is same as simple interest for first year. So first year compound interest is 40. Second year compound interest is, in addition to first year interest 40, there is an extra value. How will you find that extra value? That extra value is 20%. Given rate of interest is 20%. That extra value is 20% of first year interest. 20 by 100 out of 40. Two zeros cancel, 8 rupees extra. So if simple interest is 80 rupees, under the same conditions compound interest is 88 rupees. Answer is 88.